evening, everybody. How are you guys doing this evening?
Good.
Doing good.
All right.
Good evening.
To everybody out there in Cyberline, I'm Jack, and joining me tonight is my co-host, Damon. We're thrilled to welcome the Ash Trojans to the CenlaGOAT tonight here on UrbanCast's. Now, let's talk the CenlaGOAT. First, we want to congratulate you guys for an incredible season. While Saturday's outcome may not have been what you hoped for, what you achieved this year, an undefeated regular season, a district championship, and making it to the state finals is historic. It's a testament to your hard work, your leadership, your dedication as a team. Coach Bachman, Tanner, Darius, JT, thank y'all for joining us tonight.
Appreciate you having us.
Of course.
Hey.
All right. Damon will start off with the first question, and we'll rotate through this conversation.
Okay.
Hello, guys. First of all, I'd like kind of piggyback on what Jack said. Just thank you guys for your amazing success this season. It was, as an Alexandria native that don't live in Alexandria, it was great to have a high school team to follow all the way on you guys' journey. One of the things that was touching to me, Coach Bachman, when we started this process, is that your players described you and your coaching staff as father figures and said that they were truly blessed to have you in their lives. How does hearing that make you feel? And how do you feel your role as a coach has shaped these young men off the field?
Well, it makes you incredibly proud. You pour a lot into this, and we spend a lot of time with these guys. So obviously, when they describe, they have a positive experience, and hopefully you've made a positive impact on their life. It makes it, it's very rewarding. It's very rewarding, and I think it speaks to the quality of staff and the quality of men that we have inside our program, where that they're described that way. I do think that usually when I'm out trying to hire coaches, that's the quality of men that they're going to be working alongside, is one of the things that I sell. And I do believe that, Coach Free, Coach Skip, Coach Merce, Coach Donahoe, Coach OJ, we've got really good people. And I cannot name them all just for time's sake. I guess I could, but, to run through everybody's name would be very challenging. Makes me feel, it's a rewarding thing to know that hopefully you're making a positive impact on the kids.
As a person that came from a single parent household, I always tell Jack about the influence of sport. And I never even competed in high school sports, but just the ability to have the local recreational sports, how much of an influence that was on my life. So to hear those kids say that, it deeply touches me because I know what the benefits of it coming from similar environments. So great job to you and your coaching staff for inspiring those kids in that fashion.
Well, thank you. Jack, I think you're on mute.
There we go. JT, congratulations on being named Max Prep Louisiana High School's Football Player of the Year. Leading your team with over 2,400 rushing yards and 36 touchdowns this year is just phenomenal. What has been the most rewarding part of this journey for you?
The fans, because over the course of the season, been more and more people filling up the stands, a bigger crowd and more energy. So for a home game, it plays a big part. I really enjoy it. Home games are my favorite thing ever.
Darius, this question is for you. How do you manage to get 14 touchdowns and average 14 yards a catch, and your running back is running for 2,400 yards? how do you even manage to put up the plays and perform at the level you performed at this season when your teammate is performing at the level where he's basically has earned the right to be called the player of the year in the state of Louisiana? So how are you able to put up 14 touchdowns and 14 yards every time you touch the ball?
I'll say it's mainly because of JT. All the defense, they always worried about what he's going to do, which way he's going to go. And then they just pack the box, and then we could just dish it out to anybody like me, Jimmy, or even throw it to Tanner sometimes. And I'll say the coach and, like, just the way that he makes the plays and just make it up on the fly, we can just go out and execute it.
Yeah, because when I saw that, I'm like, hold on, one player got 36 touchdowns and another one with 14, like, and he's averaging a first down every time he touched the ball. I see why y'all were undefeated for the entire season.
Yeah.
Probably should have got him the ball more, huh?
Yeah, that's right, Coach. It's all like they used to, like I tell the kids now when I coach AAU basketball. Hey, fellas, there's only one ball out there, so I wish you had 5 for all 5 of y'all could score
right.
every time, but
That's right.
it's only one. So each play, I'm only calling the play for one of y'all. So, but I know how that goes, having to share the ball. So,
Hey, Tanner, as a standout player and leader on the team, how did you motivate and support your teammates throughout this championship season?
I mean, I feel like throughout the year, just keeping the guys focused on what was coming next. I mean, I know first couple games didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into, but later in the season, everyone's kind of starting to realize, oh, we could do this or could do that. It's kind of just keeping everybody focused on the game that's that week.
All right. Hey.
Coach Bachman, this was another one for you.
Okay.
You guys won every game except for the last one. So how following a loss, especially a loss that tough, the sportsmanship of the players and even the adults and the coaching staff can be tested. How do you as a whole coach, as the head coach and the captain of the ship, guide your players and your coaching staff to stay positive and also learn from Saturday's experience?
Well, I think number one, you model it. What you say is important because of what you do. So, I mean, these kids know that we're competitors as coaches, and we're certainly a competitor. And, I don't like to lose, but losing is a part of life. And how you move forward is very, very important. So I would hope that we model it first with just the way that we're going about our business. Told the team on Monday, life doesn't wait on the wounded. Life's going to continue to move on. And you got to embrace it because, it's going to keep moving. And so, we're going to let Saturday's result certainly fuel us as we move forward. Certainly disappointed. Complete credit to them. They are a really good football team. Did not necessarily coach and play our best. There are no redos, though. Certainly wish we could have it back. And I know these guys wish we could run it back one more time. But that's just not the way it works. You make it count when you're there.
JT, you carried the team through critical games, especially the playoffs. How has Coach Bachman and the team helped you grow as a player and as a team, as a person as well, man?
They helped me establish trust because Coach Bachman gave me the ball for 41 times in one game in the playoffs. I'm glad they able to trust me to carry the ball that many times and the trust from my old lineman to help me guide me to the touchdown and make big plays like I do.
I can't wait to see it on the next level, my guy.
I got you.
Darius, another question for you, my man. And it's kind of for all three of the players and I guess the coach as well. After having such a successful season and then for to have an ending that I know you guys didn't want and then the fans didn't want either. Despite that, what is one lesson that you I guess any of you guys can answer this, but I'm asking Darius. You all may have an answer for this. But what is the one life lesson that you'll carry on with you for the rest of your life from this year's experience being a member of the 2024 Ash Trojan football team?
I'll say don't give up when little negative things happen to you. Always keep a positive attitude because you'll never know what leads up to the next step.
I would say there's always somebody working. When you're not working, there's somebody working.
I feel like all weekend people told me just keep thinking about what we had accomplished and not so much just focusing on what went wrong right there in the moment.
You know,
Yeah, you guys are all giving me some inspiration with those answers, man. That's very inspirational that you guys I know you guys probably, like Coach said, you want to redo, but just to hear you guys answer and knowing that you guys are high school seniors with that approach and that mindset, that helps me, especially when JT said, just know that someone in your field is always working. So it's very inspiring. Coach, what's your response to that as well, sir?
Well, we talk about a lot of times in the program that all this hard work, all this sacrifice, all this dedication that we do, it doesn't guarantee you the result that you want. What it guarantees you is an opportunity to get results. And some people are not willing to do all that hard work. You know, it can paralyze them where they don't necessarily think, is it worth it? And, I think it's worth it, but all your hard work doesn't always guarantee you the results that you want. It just guarantees you an opportunity to get them. If you will stay persistent, then there are going to be moments where you have your time where, the spotlight shines on you or you get the result that you want. But, that's the big thing, stay after it, continue to put in the work. It gives you the opportunity, and that's all we want is the opportunity.
Tanner, the Trojans came together as a family this season. Not only did the Trojans come together as a family, but the city came together as a family this season. And this graduate of 1984, what does being a part of this team and representing the entire city of Alexandria, Rapides Parish, and Cenla really means to you as a person?
I feel like that was awesome. I mean, walking out on that field and seeing how many people showed up to support us and that they had our backs. I mean, it was like a feeling like no other. Knowing, like, even like JT said, the home games, I've never seen Ash so packed in my life. It was awesome. It feels special.
Yeah, it was humbling. It was quiet here in Alexandria when
yeah, everybody was gone.
I got
Coach, this question is for you. I know as a coach, it's always every season is different from last season. So, I mean, of course, this was the most successful season in Ash's history as far as record-wise. How do you, knowing that you're losing the level of talent that you're losing with just these three players alone, but your additional seniors as well, how do you ensure that the first undefeated season in Ash's history is not a anomaly, but something that becomes the standard for how you and your team move forward? And also, how do you get, when you're losing a player with the talent of JT and Darius and Tanner, how do you get those up and coming kids to understand that, hey, you guys don't have to perform at the level that they performed at statistically, but if you give that effort that those guys gave, you'll still get that opportunity, like you said. And that's all you want, like you said, is just an opportunity. So how do you ensure that the up-and-coming guys don't get discouraged, and you as a coach and as a staff get discouraged by losing this amount of talent, and make sure that you go into next season as if with a blank slate that
Yeah.
most people will say they always start off the season with. They have an idea, but they don't know until they get out there on that first practice what they really got or what potential is. So how do you ensure that the up-and-coming guys are not discouraged about losing the talent that you guys are losing?
There's a lot of ways. That could be a really long answer for me as far as I believe this can be a normal thing in Central Louisiana. The thing that we have to do is, as an area, make a commitment to development. That's how you sustain success. Is that you continue to develop. You continue to increase the opportunity for kids that want to play football. I would love to see Central Louisiana youth football get going. Like, you could get me on a soapbox right here if you really wanted me to. Like, I've heard all the excuses through the years of why it can't be done. And the greatest thing about what happened, this is not the first time we played for a championship in football. We played for it in 2020. I would argue that we should have played for it in 2019. We certainly had a roster full of it's one of the best rosters we've ever had. So, we played for it twice in the last 5 years. There are so many things that we can do to continue to improve. The bigger the monster gets, the more the monster eats. And are we going to continue to feed the monster so that we can continue to give ourselves opportunities? Because I do believe that we can win one right here at Alexandria Senior High and here in Central Louisiana. Is, what do we want to do to continue to sustain a level of success that these kids and this team certainly showed is possible. So, I don't know how to answer that and keep this in a timely episode here tonight. But, all we're going to do is going to go back to work. That's ultimately the thing. There's confidence that you can create through knowing what you put in before we ever make it to August. We fix to get back to work in January and begin to chase it all over again. But as far as, from an area, there's a bunch of things that we can do to improve. We have to make a decision whether or not we want to do those things.
Yeah, and that is one of the things that me as a salesman for a profession, one of the things they always talk about is your pipeline. You make that big sale, just like you guys. You guys just went to the championship game, but what's in the pipeline?
That's right.
If that pipeline is not loaded up, okay, you had that big sale, or you had that big performance, but the pipeline is not loaded, so nothing's coming through. So that was something Jack and I spoke about 10 minutes before we got on the phone. That we love what Cenla City Stars is doing in Red River Youth Football League, but we need more of not only football but all of the sports. We need more of a united development program in that community. So you said that you can get the results that you guys got, and then that creates positivity in the community that we got from what you guys did. So it's just amazing in a lot of ways.
If I could add to that, football is a game of structure. There's a way to communicate it, and the more you teach the foundations of the game, regardless of what systems you go play in, there are things that are universal, and I would love the opportunity to grow that portion of it, where we lay a stronger foundation with the fundamentals of the game, so that the pipeline stays full, regardless of where kids are going to go to school.
Cenla community, y'all hear that? We need action to get that, to build that pipeline, so we can have players like Tanner, JT, and Darius coming through whatever school, like Coach Bachman said, so we can keep the eye on Central Louisiana. Because, like you said, the opportunities that it creates for the kids is priceless. And when you speak about structure, I always tell my kids, we're learning life lessons. Yeah, we're playing basketball, But this is just an avenue for you to learn about life. So,
yeah. So JT, you recently signed with LSU. I was over there that day, man. One of the premier football college programs in the state of Louisiana, in the country. How does it feel to take this next step, and what do you hope to bring to the LSU Tigers?
Man, I hope to bring a national championship. That's the goal at the end of the day. But it feels great because like all the support that came from signing with the LSU Tigers, and I just walk in the grocery store. They're like, "Oh, that's JT, man! Congrats on signing with LSU, man! I can't wait to watch it." Like that brings joy to my heart, and all the little kids I get to sign their little footballs and stuff. Like it feels great, man.
I hear you.
yeah, it's pretty awesome, dude. It's, I'm proud of all you guys for what you did. Y'all, like Coach Bachman said, you guys over at Ash have kind of created that Division I to the NFL pipeline. So you guys are on that one step, be successful at that level, and then carry that over. But what I tell all the kids that's going to college, football is very important. That's how you get there. But make sure that the educational piece, you lock that in. Make sure you understand that even if you have a Hall of Fame football career, you're still gonna have to work.
That's right.
So make sure you do what you want to do. That's gonna be your job. Make sure you get education and understand that at some point you will have to work. So make sure you take that education just as serious as you take football. So.
Hey, Tanner, one last question for you, man. Every season has its highs and its lows. How did this team stay resilient this season, especially leading into this championship game?
Well, I mean, I think for the most part, most of the games came easy. And I think that came with us just having a good team. But I feel like, even at the start of the season, we had Opelousas. And I think that was like a little shock to everybody. Like, we're not invincible. We got a tough schedule coming up, and we can't get cocky. We can't get confident. Think about going undefeated when we still have 3-4 games left that we could lose any of them if we don't play good. And I think that helped us prepare and eventually play good and win those games.
Oh, I was on mute. Well, like we said, to Coach Bachman, JT, Darius, Tanner, and the entire Ash Trojan team, we want to thank you guys for your accomplishments this year. You've inspired the community and shown what dedication, teamwork, and heart can allow you as athletes and the role models to the communities to achieve. We'd also like to thank our supporters, our followers, for being with us, and the following advertisers. We couldn't do what we do without you guys. So we want to thank Math Makes Sense, National Auto and Tire, Sadler's Towing, Loan Product, and our newest partner, Legendary Kung Fu. This is CenlaGOAT on UrbanCast's. Again, it was a pleasure to talk to everybody. I'm glad the community came out. We hope you guys much success in your future endeavors, not only on the field but in life. Coach Bachman, we hope you guys we'll be right back having this story next year. That's what we're hoping for you guys. So
we're gonna go to work. That's all I can promise you.
Hey, Damon, before we sign off, I got
go
one
ahead, Jack.
Coach Bachman, what last parting words would you like to say to the community as a whole? If there's something you'd like to say.
I wish I could say thank you. I wish I could go up to everybody that followed us down to New Orleans and that supported us this year and that has supported us really, for me and myself, over the last 10 years. Thank you would be the thing, and we certainly, I speak for all of us. We wanted to put a better showing down and give the people something to cheer about, and Thank you. I mean, that's really the part words that I want to say. Thank you for the support. Thank you for showing up and turning out. I think it made a difference for, what took place on the field. And, these kids are incredible. They all work awfully hard. It's not about their talent. JT, I get on a tangent here. It's not about these kids how talented they are, and they are extremely talented. There's so much more. When they couldn't rely on their talent, they had toughness, they had grit, they had work ethic, they had all the intangibles that you need to give yourself an opportunity to win a championship. Yes, it takes talent, but if you just rely on talent, you're not getting very far. And these kids have more than that. And I think they put it on display all year, and it's what makes us so proud to coach them and makes us so proud of what they did accomplish, even though we didn't get the ultimate prize that we were after.
I think you did. I disagree with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Championship, you guys didn't win a championship per se, but you're still a champions in my eyes and everybody in the community eyes, because it was inspirational. And like I said, it was very unifying to Alexandria and CenlaGOAT as a whole. So you guys are definitely champions. So thank you for sure. JT, go get that national championship. I think everybody in Louisiana is LSU fans. So
all right, guys, if y'all can hang on in there, we're going to go ahead and sign off right quick.
thanks.